Well, good morning from the Arctic. Um, we've had some weather that I just didn't think we could have. We got down to wind chills of 12 degrees. I ran around the night before and double frost clothed everything. This is a very thin frost cloth. So here's what happened. Everything looks pretty good. I've got insect netting over the top because I thought we were done with frost. Heavy duty frost. Certainly not 12-degree frost. So I had planted, before all the mayhem, I had planted broccoli, cauliflower, all my brassicas, because they'll take a hit with the cold weather pretty well. Um, just before this cold snap hit, I saw my first cabbage moth butterfly. We're in zone 6A. Wasn't too worried because I know we were going to get this hard freeze. We got buckets of rain, which is great. But I am so happy to say everything looks really good. So um, I had planted extras just in case things took a turn for the worse, and they certainly did. Um, According to our weather, we're going to be in for another 6 to 10 days of really cold nights and not going above 40 during the day. Brassicas can handle that. I did not think they could handle minus 12 or minus 12. I didn't think they could handle 12. 40-mile-an-hour winds, drenching rain. Wind was off the charts. We had 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Um, it was crazy. And I moped around all day yesterday thinking I lost everything. I couldn't even come out because yesterday was so cold. Yesterday I canned all day. And I think that's the biggest thing I I can pass on is do something every day. It doesn't matter if it's, filling your pantry, hunting and gathering for stuff to put in your pantry. This doesn't look like it's going to end this. The state of tariffs and what's going on in this country doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. So I still can't find chickens. We're panic buying. Chickens are the new toilet paper. I think I've said that before. I reiterate that. Um, and what I've decided to do about chickens is Fern's laying an egg a day, and Fern is 4 years old. So I have decided we don't eat a lot of eggs, so I am not going to tear around and hunt for chickens anymore. I think all this panic buying of chickens, probably about July, August, people are going to be so sick of chickens. They're going to be on Facebook Marketplace. Please come take my chickens. I don't know. We'll see. Um, this makes me really happy. I'm going to take y'all out to the hoop house next because I walked out there yesterday morning. I decided not to put covers on and let everything go. I thought the soil was warm enough and I didn't. And I walked out yesterday morning and everything in the hoop house, when you open your refrigerator door and you see that bag of lettuce has been sitting there maybe a little bit too long and it's that icky green color. That's kind of what everything looked like. And I just closed the door and went back in the house and started canning because I just thought, oh my God, I've lost everything. I'm going to take you out and show you what really happened. So I'm going to put the insect netting back over the top. The insect netting stops a lot of this wind. So any type of protection this time of the year is great to have. So I'm going to uncover onions, all my brassicas, just leave the insect netting over the top, and then we'll go back to the hoop house. Okay, I'm in the hoop house. Look at this lettuce. Ah! When it just, I am so excited about this lettuce because if you had seen this lettuce yesterday morning, it looked like it was on death's door. And today, it's we're having salad for dinner tonight. Also, it's the size of these spinach leaves. I have not been successful growing spinach. I usually put it in the ground and it bolts. The other fabulous thing that happened is because it got so cold and I didn't cover everything, the kale has turned to candy. It's tender, it's sweet, it is so good. So I planted the kale in here with the intention to plant it outside, but I think I'm going to be doing a lot of nibbling today. This will be my lunch out here. Um, this is there are very few things that I get ecstatically excited over. I am ecstatically excited. This is my first year having a hoop house. When you hit, uh-oh, oh, those are sirens for the nuclear plant. They test them every Wednesday of the month. I don't know, but we have tests a couple times a year. I'm going to sign off until, until it stops. Okay, emergency averted. I guess we're safe again. One of the downfalls, we luckily live west of the nuclear plant. Most of our wind blows from west to east. That's something I worry about a lot. Not happy about it, but I'm not moving. So I did find a blister beetle in here this morning. They don't they look evil. I took a picture. I'll post it. Um, they give off, if you smash them, to only touch them with gloves on, because if you smash them, they give off a yellow, icky sap, and it creates blisters on your skin. Chickens won't eat them. The good thing about them, they eat grasshopper eggs. I just don't want them in here. I don't have any real pests in here right now. That one looked like it was on its last leg. It was just really weird to see. I usually see them in the fall. I usually don't see them this time of the year. So it's been put out of its misery. I am also have lots of little lamb's quarters coming up, which most people consider a weed. When they're young and tender, they are delicious. I grew up eating them with the farmer that I worked for. We would pick a handful on our way into lunch every day and throw them on our salad. And so I learned to eat those when I was a kid, and I'm happy to see them. So we are going to roll out of here. I need to water some seedlings. I'm going to bring a few seed trays out here today to start to transition over. We normally plant right after Mother's Day, and I really need the space in the house. So some of this stuff is going to be put out. These are cabbages. They're going to be put outside. They'll get transplanted, and I don't think I'll have time to put them in the new beds, so they'll get stuck in the ground somewhere else. Anyway, all that said, I am laying fence today, and we can do a quick catch up on that. So, a while back, somebody had asked me about how I tie down my hoop house. And because we're on the lake and we get such severe winds, we've clocked winds at 65 and up. So we are in a windy spot. And I just use ratchet tie downs. And I have to say, after the winter that we just had, these have worked great. I've got just two up for my hoop house, and that's all I've needed. It's kept the plastic tight, it's kept things from whipping around. So I think I got these at Harbor Freight. Um, and they were cost efficient, and it's cheaper than putting up new plastic. So highly recommend the tie downs on the hoop house. Okay, after all that great stuff on the hoop house and the plants that made it, today I'm installing vinyl fencing. I bought this 2 years ago with the intent of another project that I decided not to do. So I am going to be putting this up around the bottom of the cattle panels. We have woodchucks, and I'd like to keep cats out of the garden, although the cats do a really good job taking care of the chipmunks and the voles. So we'll see. I might leave the gate open for, for the neighborhood cats. But anyway, this is going up, and then I'll put a board over it so it doesn't look quite so tacky. And I'm also going to bury it about a foot down. So I've got to go get my shovel and get to work. The one thing I will say is that I think right now it's important to do something every day. So, like yesterday was canning day, it was a blustery, cold day. Just do something. Um, and I put 20 jars of meals in the basement this morning. So, I think that's the kind of stuff. It's crazy right now. I mean, am occasionally watching the news just to hear what's going on, but to make sure we're not at war yet. We've taken over Greenland. Um, but I think the biggest thing is right now, try to achieve something. Get to the end of the day and take that breath and go, wow, today was a good day. They're not all good days. The day I put the gate up was a very redundant day, but this will go fast today. And that's the best thing you can hope for, is to just continually, yeah, you might take 3 steps back, but if you're taking 1 or 2 steps forward, you've had a great day. So that's the biggest thing I can say that I'm trying to achieve in these crazy times, and they are crazy times. And it helps you stay calmer. It helps you stay not so crazy. So so keep everybody up to date on how this is going today. Okay, it has been a day. I got all this trenched in. Everything is tied up, so I have this nice vinyl fencing grid buried below the cattle panels. I got all the way down this side and all the way to the back property line. It was a project today. So I'm going to go in and eat some dinner. Thanks for everybody for following along. This is turning into quite the project that I hadn't anticipated. So, but I am so close. I still have to go across the back property line and down the north side. But I ran out of fence today, so I will be going to pick up more fence.